Hi, I'm Joanne Lowe with the Food Chain Workers Alliance, a national coalition of worker-based organizations whose members are organizing to improve wages and working conditions for all workers throughout the food chain. Core food occupations and industries include farm workers, slaughterhouse and other food processing facility workers, warehouse workers, grocery store workers, and restaurant and food service workers. These particular segments employ almost 20 million workers, and the food system is the nation's largest private sector employer. Most jobs in the food system provide low wages with little access to health benefits and opportunities for advancement. In a recent survey conducted by the Food Chain Workers Alliance, almost 4 out of 5 food workers reported not having access to paid sick days, or not knowing if they had paid sick days, and 58% do not have any type of health insurance. More than half of all the workers surveyed reported working while sick, and these workers worked while sick for a median of 3 days. Almost 2/3 of these workers reported working while sick due to a lack of paid sick days, and 43% thought they would lose their job if they took time off. As a farm worker stated,
por unos días no han trabajado por lo mismo de dolor ellos a veces piden que les den un descanso y el patrón no quiere y a veces ellos pues, deciden no ir arriesgando de que los cojan.
workers who are in poor health run the risk of contaminating the food they come into contact with, according to a line worker at a poultry processing plant.
Una vez junto a mí estaba una compañera en la línea de chequeo de pollo, que le llaman chequeo de pollo. Estaba una compañera con una tos demasiado recia. La señora estaba con una tos tan grande que lo estaba contagiando a uno y estaba tosiendo encima del pollo porque no le quisieron dar permiso de irse a la casa. Estaba muy grave.
The lack of paid sick days and adequate health benefits creates financial strain and job insecurity for most food system workers. A warehouse worker who is employed by a temp agency to work for a Walmart logistics subcontractor stated that if he is sick or injured, the temp agency does not hire him again until he has recovered.
I was laid off work for like weeks at a time, so that means basically what that means is by me working for a temp service, I can say this happened to me, to my lead, he'll go tell the temp service, and they would take me off the list for like 3, 4, or 5 days, or maybe I wouldn't have work for like a week.
A vast majority of workers surveyed reported suffering illnesses and injuries on the job. In many cases, these illnesses and injuries can result in lasting, sometimes permanent bodily damage. According to a retail worker at Walmart,
I had hurt my back also.
can you tell me about that? What happened?
I was pulling a pallet. Suddenly I was like wondering why my leg is hurting. So I asked them to take me to the doctor. For 3 days I've been asking for it.
They wouldn't take you?
No. That's why, and finally they did. They sent me to a specialist and sent me for MRI. And so I have an L4, L5 herniated disc. Yeah. And now, the recommendation of their own doctor is to have a surgery. And it's over a year. The first one, they gave me shots first, see if I get better. It's not gonna get better. So just 2 months, yeah, the pain went away, but it came back again. So surgery is the option. And the request was denied, and so we are now on appeal.
Throughout the food system, workers run the risk of being fired when they are too ill or injured to report to work. A line cook in a restaurant described his experience.
Desafortunadamente no tenemos días de enfermedad. En invierno tuve mucha gripa, tenía gripa, la garganta se me cerró, tenía fiebre, dolor de cabeza y pues tuve que trabajar así un día. Después llamé para decir que no podía trabajar, pero me dijeron que tenía que asistir porque no había nadie que cubriera mi puesto. Y bueno, en ese tiempo hasta casi me despiden porque no fui a trabajar. Y porque sí me sentía muy mal y yo sentía, bueno, sí, estaba consciente de que tal vez me despidan, pero no me sentía en condiciones óptimas para trabajar. Y bueno, no asistí a trabajar. Y en el tiempo que estuve enfermo no trabajé 3 días. Entonces, cuando llegó el día de pago, solamente me llegó mi cheque con $100. Y ese día era el día de que tenían que pagar mi renta, que pago $300, entonces no me alcanzaba ni para mi comida, para mi MetroCard.
According to a restaurant worker,
2010, working in a restaurant, I have conjunctivitis. I got commonly known as pink eye, and it's pretty gross. Like your eye gets all crusty, like your eye is leaking, and I couldn't take a day off. I tried to call all of my coworkers to see if somebody could cover for me. Nobody could for one reason or the other. So then I called my manager and told her, like, I have pink eye. Like, I don't know if you want me behind the bar mixing cocktails, serving guests with pink eye. It's really contagious. And she was like, well, then you have to come in. So I went into work.
since food workers have the most direct contact of anyone with our nation's food supply, the health and safety of food workers has direct implications on the public's health and the public health system. Food workers' lack of benefits and poor health status also directly impact food safety. As consumers increasingly voice demand for a more sustainable food system in terms of environmental and health concerns, it becomes imperative to ensure that the definition of a sustainable food system includes sustainable labor practices for food workers. Policymakers and employers should improve food safety and the public's health by guaranteeing food system workers health benefits such as adequate rest breaks, access to health care, and paid sick days. Go to foodchainworkers.org to find out how you can encourage lawmakers to pass paid sick days for all workers.